Hi class, welcome again to another session on rehabilitation engineering. Today we shall discuss gait. Now gait can be described or defined as the translatory progression of the human body due to coordinated movement of the body parts. In simpler words, gait means walking. Yeah, I know, we like to make our lives complicated, don't we? It is also defined as the forward progression of the center of the gravity of the body based on reciprocal movement of the lower limbs. So, progression of the center of gravity of the body while we are walking. Like reciprocal movement of the lower limb means walking, right? So, the basic requirements for normal gait are good muscle power in your lower limbs, truncal stability, good proprioception, good balance and vision. So, these are the four main requirements for a normal gait. So, you need to have muscle groups in the lower limb that are very powerful, or they have good strength, like they're quite they're not spastic or anything, they're just quite flexible and ready to contract and relax. Then your trunk has to be really stable, and then you have to have good proprioception, and good balance and vision is also necessary for gait. So one of the main requirement for a normal gait is balance. So if you are rehabilitating a person who has walking issues, then you have to make sure that you rehabilitate them for balance training first. You balance train them first, and then move on to gait training. So there are various stages of gait. Let us just take a pointer out, and then where's the pointer? Yeah. So there are the new gait terms and the classic gait terms. So the classic gait term started with a heel strike, and then then the next one was foot flat. So the heel would first get planted in the ground, and then the foot gets planted firmly. So once the foot of the leg that is forward is planted firmly, then the hind leg lifts up, right? And then the hind leg would move forward, and then that will have the heel off, and then heel strike, and then the toe off of the back leg, and then the mid swing, then the forward swing, and the heel strike again. So what they're trying to say is just the leg that is in shaded position. So we are talking in reference with that. So your heel strike of the leg that is shaded, and then the foot of the shaded leg is planted flat. Now the foot that is shaded is taking the weight of the entire body, and then when the other leg is moving forwards, you are in mid stance, because you're literally balancing in one leg, and then your shaded leg, which was first the forward leg, is now the back leg. So now again the heel of this foot would lift up here, and then the toes of the leg that is shaded is lifting off, and then this leg is totally in the air, and then it is moving forward, and then again it starts off with heel strike, and then that will bring us back to this position, and then this whole cycle will keep on going on and on and on. So there are new gait terms which say initial contact. The heel strike is called the initial contact. The flat foot and the toe and the mid stance is called the loading response, because the whole load of the body is transferred to the leg that is flatly placed in the ground. And then you have the mid stance, where you're balancing on one leg, and then the terminal stance, because the other foot is slowly reaching the ground and it is having a heel strike. So then you have this pre-swing, because the leg that was initially planted firmly is now lifting up, and then this leg swings forward, and then becomes the forward leg again. So that is the initial swing. The mid swing is where this leg, the shaded leg, comes from the leg being in the back to the leg being in the front, and finally the terminal swing is when the heel strike of the shaded leg occurs. So this is the whole gait cycle. So broadly, gait cycle is divided into the stance phase and the swing phase. Swing phase can again be the acceleration phase and the deceleration phase. So stance phase is basically where the foot, the foot that we are visualizing, is planted firmly in the ground. Swing phase is when the foot is in the air. So suppose we are saying the right and the left foot. While the left foot is in stance, the right foot would be in the swing. And when the right foot is in the stance, the left foot will be in the swing. That is when you have the alternating movement of your feet, which is facilitating walking. So you can see the percentage of gait cycle as well. So 0 to nearly 60% is your stance phase, and then 60 to 100% is your swing phase. The swing is the smaller phase, stance is the longer phase. So this is all about gait cycle that I wanted to speak about today. I shall discuss more gait analysis in the upcoming videos. I hope you take care till then.